Hi, welcome to RATETHISGEAR.com. Today I'll be doing a video review of the Combat Sports International Safety Locks 16-ounce sparring glove. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Boxing Depot for sending me these gloves so I can review them for you. Just want to jump right into the safety lock system, which is supposed to give you a little bit more of wrist support and at the same time stay fastened to the glove a little bit better. So I'm going to show you how it works. To pull this out, there's one Velcro strap here, and there's also a smaller one in here. And you could take the smaller one out and dry the glove and put it on, but I think for the most part you're going to want to keep this here because it's going to be a little bit hard to kind of go back and forth with it. One of the drawbacks for me with this system was that most people get these gloves to fasten them themselves, but because of this Velcro strap being smaller, it sits on tighter and it's harder to get your hand inside because you have hand wraps on, especially if you have another glove and you're trying to do this yourself. That could be a little bit of a nuisance, so it could get a little annoying, but it's not a deal breaker. It does offer great wrist support and it does stay on, but if this thing comes loose, it's still going to dangle regardless. Getting into the construction of the glove, this glove is very well made. It's up there in quality, I think. All of the construction, I think this glove makes for a great sparring glove. It's got about 3 inches of padding here. I mean, if you use this on a bag, I think the padding will wear in a little bit, but overall I think they're very well padded. What I like about it, especially if you have hand wraps on, this area kind of will stick out a little bit because of the hand wraps, and the thumb area here is pre-curved, making it for more of a natural fist. You can make more of a natural fist with this glove, and which I like very much. This padding going all the way down here, so it makes you kind of a little harder to open up your palms, but I think that once you break them in a little bit more, it'll be a lot easier. This glove is for medium hands. It works for smaller hands as well and for large hands, but I think that after some use it's going to break in and get a little bit more wider because it's leather, so it's going to stretch out, and it could be a plus or it could be a minus depending upon the size of your hands. Overall, I think this glove is a pretty good glove. I have used this in sparring several times, and it gives great hand protection. You could also use this on the bag as well as some pad work. It will provide a great amount of cushion and great amount of hand protection. The wrist support is really good while being flexible as well. You can make a really good fist. But another drawback that I noticed was that in the left-hand size glove, they used the inner material for the glove, which I will show you now. I'll show it to you on the right hand glove. There's this material here. Hopefully I'll be able to get this out easier. Just a small Velcro. Okay, the material of the glove here, it's a little scrunched up, and I think they overused it in the left hand glove, and I guess sometimes that sort of thing happens, where the material is bunched up, making it a little bit harder for you to get access. You have to kind of fight through the material to fully get your hand inside, so that could be a drawback, can make it a little uncomfortable, but overall it might not be a deal breaker. Maybe you get yourself a pair of gloves without this issue. This particular set came with that, and sometimes that does happen with gloves, not just this brand. A couple of other brands and different gloves that I've tried on did have either one glove was a little smaller, or it had certain things wrong with one or the other, so to speak. But overall, I think these gloves are pretty good for sparring. They're great. You can make a really good fist. I think they're overall pretty comfortable gloves, and I'd like to rate these gloves around 3.5 stars to 4 stars, a little closer to 4 than 3 really. So I hope this review has helped. I'm going to give you a last look of these gloves. As you can tell, the stitching is pretty good, I would say. It's not the best, but it's not the worst by far. I think this is a pretty good quality glove overall. Like I said, the leather's nice and soft, but it's not super high quality leather, I don't think. But it's also not the worst. I think these gloves will definitely last you a long time, and you'll get some great use out of them. So I hope this has helped, and again, I'd like to thank BoxingDepot.com for sending me these gloves so I can review them for you guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more reviews.